from Kent in the UK. I am Matty Hawken and welcome to The Now. Today I'm going to be sharing a message that one of my fitness coaches, Steve, put on his Facebook page, talking about how we can keep our immune system in the best state we possibly can during these times. I hope you enjoy.
Hi everyone, I hope everybody is as well as they can be and remaining as sane as possible. It is going to be challenging. Not just the threat of not being well is going to trigger anxiety in many people, in most of us. Not just the threat of being ill and losing loved ones and friends, but also the loss of income or uncertainty about jobs. It's just a cascade of worries. And anxiety has a negative effect on the body, a hugely negative effect on the body. But there is really good news. It does involve doing a regular practice of breathing, meditation, or a combination of the two, which is so effective. So what happens kind of biologically when we're anxious, even if it's kind of subliminal, it's subconscious, there is a chemical release of cortisol in the body. Now cortisol is naturally released just once a day, at first thing in the morning, somewhere between 6 and 9 a.m. and that enables us to get up out of sleep mode and then into action mode, and that's what it's for. I mean, it can be artificially released throughout the day by multiple things. Caffeine, for example. Caffeine will automatically release cortisol and put you into a stress mode. That's why you really should not wake up and have coffee first thing. But the best thing to have in the morning for anti-stress is lemon water, or just plain water. Warm lemon water, at least half a litre, to hydrate and if anything, not to put caffeine into a system that's already possibly quite stressed. Not to say there's nothing wrong with caffeine, but I would not have it the first thing you drink. Other triggers are toxins in the air through pollution, kind of less car pollution around at the moment, so that's positive. Toxins in foods, that's additives, will trigger a release of cortisol, because the body's kind of reaction to chemicals in food is, well, this is alien, this is not real food from the earth, this has been altered chemically to enhance taste, and that releases cortisol. So eating processed food exacerbates your stress and your anxiety levels and puts you into a fight or flight mode. False lighting as well, so when it comes towards the end of the day, and you're still maybe on a computer or you've got bright lights, you're watching TV, will release cortisol. And that's right at the end of the day when we're kind of getting ready to sleep and produce melatonin to help us sleep. And a release of cortisol will inhibit melatonin production. So dipping the lights, going into candlelight is a really good idea. Getting your phone onto the non-blue light mode, which you can switch in your settings, is a really good idea. So if you are looking at it, at least it's not going to be like a glaring light. I don't think there is a blue tone that you can put on your TV as yet, but just dipping those lights is a really, really good idea. Not having gadgets in the bedroom as well, and not having a TV on in the bedroom is a really good idea. The last thing you should be doing is kind of relaxing, breathing, and being present when you're going to sleep, not being stimulated by bright lights and then go to try and get to sleep. So cortisol puts us in a fight or flight mode. As a friend just sent some information, they use a great example of the ancient old brain, if you like. It's there for our survival. It's there for us to run away from the bear. If the bear's chasing us, our response is to run or hide or fight. And in order to do that, cortisol triggers the increase of blood flow to the working muscles, so you can do that. And that's only short-lived as well, so you've got 15 seconds to get out of there quickly. But if you keep triggering that release through worry or concern, then you've just got a constant cortisol release, which is going to put you in a sympathetic nervous tone, which is going to affect your digestion. You're going to have sort of diarrhea symptoms, or certainly loose bowel, elevated heart rate, rapid breathing, shallow breathing, and leading to sort of a backing down of the immune system, immune function. To reverse that, we've really got to fire up the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the reverse, which is the rest and digest and recovery part of our nervous system. And there are only a few ways to trigger that nervous system, and that is walking outside in sunlight, barefoot as well. That helps to increase parasympathetic nervous tone. So getting out, walking, and being present, coming out of your head and more into your body. Breathing, so oxygenating the body, especially diaphragmatically. So when you breathe from the diaphragm, it automatically triggers calm. When you're in deep sleep, you breathe from your diaphragm and not from your chest. If you look at any animal, cat, dog, or anything, they will be breathing from their diaphragm automatically. Or any child under the age of 5 will naturally breathe from their diaphragm. So even if you're sitting watching TV, just place your hand on your tummy and let it rise and let the air come in from your belly. Draw it from your belly will drop you out of sympathetic nervous tone and cortisol release. So there's so many things you can do.
Thank you for this message, Steve. I think it's really interesting to hear about what we can do to improve our immune system during these times, and almost give us our own medical kit to keep going. And actually it's really interesting hearing how the things we do on a regular day basis can actually weaken our immune system. I have been training with Steve's company called Primal for about a year now, and it has really changed my life. Steve is now offering online classes for boxing, yoga, indoor exercises, and Steve does breathing and movement class. I think it's every other day, mornings and evenings. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link to their Primal Roots page in the description of this podcast. I hope this episode has helped some of you guys who are listening today. Please stay safe, please stay at home and save lives. I can't stress it enough. And thank you for listening to The Now.